Cindy Funkhouser joins us now. She's the president and CEO of the Sulzbacher Center, and Cindy has a lot of services that they're offering right now in the healthcare industry, more or less, that you want to get through today. And we also have some other exciting news to talk about, so welcome.
Yes, well, thank you. Yeah, when folks think of the Sulzbacher Center, you and I were just talking about this earlier, they don't normally think of health services.
Right.
But quite honestly, health services is now the biggest part of what we do at the center.
And for somebody that does not know, what is the Sulzbacher Center?
The Sulzbacher Center is the largest homeless provider in Northeast Florida. We're home on any given night to 360 men, women, and children in our shelter. But we also have two federally qualified healthcare centers, one downtown and one at the beach. Okay. So we do that. We do a lot of outreach in the community, street outreach. We serve over 560,000 meals every year to anybody that's hungry in the community can line up and come eat at the Sulzbacher Center. We have children's programs. We have job and career training. So mainly around three areas we work: income, housing, and healthcare.
Okay. And we have some pictures that you wanted to show of some of the services that you're offering now.
Yes.
With the healthcare, because that is one of the things that they need oftentimes the most.
Yes. A federally qualified healthcare center for the Sulzbacher Center includes a very holistic, comprehensive clinic. It has primary care, dental, behavioral health, substance abuse, optical, and now HIV primary care. So it's an extremely holistic model. You don't find a model like that really anywhere else in the community, where a person can go. And the criteria for coming to us, by the way, is that you are homeless or living in an unstable housing situation. You earn 200% or less of the poverty guideline, and or you're uninsured.
Okay.
So that is the criteria. So when folks like that come to us, they get a very comprehensive medical home. So our goal is to keep people out of the ERs and to give them a medical home where they can address whatever health barriers that they have.
Sounds pretty comprehensive.
Yes.
You said oftentimes, what were you saying to me about the oral health, about the dental?
Yes, and that something that people don't recognize is the importance of oral health. 30% of all people that go into the emergency room are actually there for oral health problems. So when you have someone using an ER for oral health, you know, they may be going in with an infection, that sort of thing. They're going to be getting all sorts of very expensive tests that are unnecessary.
Maybe like an abscess, and then they're
going to do an MRI, and they're going to do a CAT scan and all of that.
That's what they do in ERs.
Yeah, that's what they do. It's the most expensive type of care. So we work with the ERs. We are tracking our ER diversion so that the hospitals can send the patients that qualify to us for their we do very comprehensive dental care, all the way through cleanings, all the way through dentures and partials, root canals, the whole ball of wax. Okay. So it's really important. There's such a huge dearth of dental services in this community for people who are uninsured or fall below the 200%. Yes.
Let's talk about one of the things that you guys are going to be starting is, you know, you say that all these homeless people sleep in one area, and women and children, but a huge project is about to take place.
Yes.
And that is fantastic, where the kids are not going to have to sleep downtown or in that particular location anymore. This is wonderful.
It's very exciting. It's the biggest project that we've ever attempted since we opened the Sulzbacher Center 20 years ago. Of the 360 people that live with us, 200 are women and children. The fastest growing segment of the homeless population nationwide is families with children, and Florida is home to a very large percentage of homeless families. So at our new location, it's going to be permanent housing, which is something new for us.
It's great.
The answer to homelessness is housing. So there'll be 70 units of permanent housing for families and for women. And when I say that, 90% of our families are single moms. So at that location, there's also going to be housing for female veterans, which there is no specific female veteran housing in this area. And there will be a huge pediatric clinic that's open to the community, which we're so excited about that.
Now, when does this start? When is this going up?
Well, we're still in the fundraising stage of that. So it's an $18 million project. We've identified about $16 million worth of funding, so we're looking for that last $2 million.
Oh, yeah.
We're hoping to break ground in the fall of this year coming up. So we're really
then hopefully maybe within a year or so, within a couple of years, we'll see it as a reality.
Exactly.
Okay. Any other final thoughts you'd like to pass along? We only have about a minute left.
Well, I mean, I would just, like to pass along that when you are thinking about families and children, when you're thinking about homelessness, it isn't the guy laying on the park bench anymore. The demographic of homelessness has shifted to homeless families with children. And in order for us to end homelessness, period, we have to build affordable housing. And affordable housing needs to be built in all neighborhoods. So we work with lots of other nonprofits, but affordable housing and jobs are critical, very critical, if we're going to move the needle on homeless families.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming in. We'll see you next time.
Okay.
All right. And up next, millions of Americans battle with depression and anxiety. The doctors say it can strike in waves where they're seemingly under control, but then something happens and the depression becomes overwhelming. We're going to be discussing the solutions on this coming up next with CNS Healthcare. And singer-songwriter Rihanna will be in Jacksonville this Saturday as part of her world tour. She will be here for just one night at Veterans Memorial Arena. For ticket information, you can log on to RihannaNow.com.